A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Johnson. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
2nd down, here's Hurts. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Hurts, he's going to keep this on the option. Hurts fumbles it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run the option on 2nd down. That's out to the left, flat and complete. And the Vikings are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run for it. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Delvin His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. No success on first down and couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Here's Johnson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the ground, this is Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson, and he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 13, it's a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
On 2nd down, Johnson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him 2 yards on that play. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Hurts fumbles it. But I believe the Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Here's Hurts to throw. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. There'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Banks. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. The 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr., his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. He's at the 30. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way.
Yeah, I like to see that.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times where they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Cook following the penalty. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of the defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Banks eluding the pressure right. They're going from Jefferson downfield. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. A couple extra tight ends are in. 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is indeed good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Hurts. Dancing to his left. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. Throwing is Hurts. He'll buy some time right. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Dallas Goedert as the first half is winding down. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play call is just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game will just start all over.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, it's Cook. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
It'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. Banks. Completes it to the fullback hand. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Banks. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there to set them up 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Off the play fake. Banks. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. And his kick here is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. They don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Hurts sets up to throw it. That'll be taken in by Demir Bird. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. They'll look to throw. Screen play, Johnson. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, you know, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
And on the pitch, the ball's loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Looking to throw. Banks. Flushed out right. They'll try and run it. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worried about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter if he needs to make those plays when the Lions go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. First down, here's the run with Cook. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The Vikings on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Cook. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 20-yard line. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here on the jet sweep. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this one is right through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened here in the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. And that one drops to the ground, incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now a run with Cole. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment. Whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Minnesota, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll have another home date next week as the Carolina Panthers come to town. Meanwhile, for Detroit, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.